Every patch of grass has the potential to become a skyscraper. All it needs is to be put under construction. Welcome back to yet another episode of Under Construction SA. I'm your host, Thuso Motsomane, and I'm not alone today. I have Indiphile, who's an activist, an aspiring actor, a producer, a model, and netball player. And on that same netball that's in the Eastern Cape, she sits she's a chairperson of that committee. So you understand, and she's only 15. Indiphile, how are you doing?
Hi, Buji. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and yourself?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm good. So, Indiphile, I just want you to tell the people who you are, where you're from, what you're about. Like a bit about your background.
Well, hey everyone. I am Indiphile Qwesha. I'm 15 years old, and I'm currently located in the Eastern Cape, East London mainly. I was born in Butterworth, originally from Tsindane, and I grew up in East London. I am currently doing grade 10 at Sterling High School, and like Ubuti Thuso mentioned, I am a producer, an Eastern Cape netball player, an aspiring actress, a model, the current Miss Schools Eastern Cape finalist 2021, and I am an anti-gender-based violence activist.
And you are the definition of superwoman. Yeah. When you talk about superwoman, we talk about you. And guys, if you haven't subscribed, please click on that subscription button, like this video for sure, and share it, because I think, man, we're going to be inspired by this young girl who's going to tell us all about her activist work, all about her producing, her modeling, and how it drives to what she's here for, which is ultimately her purpose. So Indy, that's her name. So I just want us to go into your activism work. Tell us about that. What's that all about? What are you doing there?
Activism is mainly about combating gender-based violence, and it is through educating young boys about gender-based violence and telling them what the risks of gender-based violence are. And because it has been scientifically proven that most young boys, well, boys specifically, suffer from things like depression and everything like that, mental health issues. So, and that is because of events that have happened in their lives, traumas. So one of those traumas could have been their father hitting their mother or abuse happening at home. So if you're a young boy that's educated about gender-based violence, you can actually voice out about gender-based violence, and you will know that this is not happening. And you, when you grow up, you won't say that because this is the way my home was when I was younger, I'm also going to do the same thing. So educating young boys about gender-based violence and voicing out about gender-based violence on social media is my main platform, and just opening a safe space for victims to come up and just victims knowing it's not their fault.
Wow. So with this activist work and interacting with boys, what are some of the challenges that you faced, and what have you learned throughout this journey of being an activist and being an advocate for GBV?
What I've learned mostly is that everyone wants to learn one way or another, and everyone is going through something one way or another. And with mainly what I have learned with gender-based violence, because I didn't actually like stop, but I focused more on men in terms to combat gender-based violence. I interviewed older men and younger boys, and what a lot of the older guys have told me is that they act on instinct. Some of them, it's something they have done for a very long time, and some of them do it that one time and then it's a bad thing. Because one person had told me that he was in a relationship with this girl and an incident of some sort happened. So he got angry and acted on instincts. So like I mentioned, mental health issues with men is a very big thing. And targeting those certain things is going to help us fight gender-based violence. So mental health issue is the main thing I noticed from campaigning about gender-based violence. And like that late Nelson Mandela said, education is a very big thing. Education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world.
Wow, wow. And I think I like that you target young men, because I once heard a saying that we try to fix the man while we neglect the boy, you know. So I like what you're trying to do. You are fixing it before it happens. You are dealing with the problem when it still hasn't reached, you know, it's not big, when it's still small, because when we are young, we are more pliable, but it's hard to teach someone that's old and to change their ways. So very, very late. And I think I admire the work that you do, and man, may it prosper. May God give you wisdom to continue and, you know, give you sponsors and travel, because we really need women like you, and also us men who will be pioneers and try to fix this pandemic, because it's really bad. I think because you are already in the Eastern Cape, man. When I heard about the story of that girl who was chopped by his boyfriend, the boyfriend, I was like, flip that. That's crazy. And you are trying for us to avoid situations like that. And I really admire what you're doing. But right now, I want us to go into your producing work. What's that about? What are you currently producing? Why producing and not be in front of the camera and stuff like that? Yeah.
So with producing, I like I mentioned, I am an aspiring actress. I'm a very multi-talented person, but with acting, it's something I have to be enrolled. I have I have to really practice. With other things, they just come naturally. So I think I kind of neglected it at first, and then I just got straight into producing because I'm a very talkative person and I'm a very demanding person. I want things in a certain way. So that could help me, you know, I could be that type of person willingly. So with producing, it's mainly about producing movies. The two movies we're currently producing are called Boys in the Burbs and Divided as One. Divided as One is about a gender-based violence survivor and how she got through gender-based violence. And Boys in the Burbs is about a young boy who lost both parents and went from a lavish lifestyle to a low lifestyle. And the movies we are producing are produced under the Kids Pass organization, which is an organization teenagers get through producing and teach them what producing is. And the organization itself has teamed up with major companies like New York Film Academy in LA and a production company in Canada. So we are really trying to get out there and just make a mark for South Africa out in the world.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Like everything about you so precise. I get a sense of it's purpose driven. Like even the movies, you know, it's like we're trying to teach, we're trying to change the world, we're trying to make the world a better place. And at age 15, man, I think because I listened to a guy called Dr. Motsomane who helped me find my purpose. And it's very few people who are to your age who are purpose driven. And I really admire that about you, that it's not only about glitz, glamour, being on a position or trying to get on a pedestal or like, yeah, look at me. But it seems like from where I'm standing and as I'm listening to you speak, that you are a purpose-driven girl. And yeah, man, big up to you. But I wanna ask you this. In those things, what role are you playing in terms of those two movies? What are you specifically doing for someone who doesn't understand producing, like who's out there like, oh, what's producing? You know, because there's a lot of producers. There's music producers and then there's producers for TV. So, yeah.
So with movie producing, I'm the line producer for Boys in the Burbs, which is line producer is head producer, then there's associate producer, and then there's executive producer. That's like, at school there's like head boy, deputy, and so it's that type of thing. And producing in movies isn't actually, it's not like music where you're the one putting the entire thing together. No, it's not like that. So you are the powerhouse of the whole thing. So all the directors, all the cinematography, or everything else you are on top of. So you do bits and pieces of everything. So I won't say specifically where you help out with the actors, you do this and this, tell them to act this way, do this to be a better actor. No, that is part of it, but mainly you are doing bits and pieces of everything.
Wow, I think it gives me goosebumps. Maybe because I love what you're doing and I'm interested, and I'm also on my journey of doing that. How does it feel, man, when you're doing that? Like, what have you learned from that? Like, how does it make you feel?
It honestly, when I started, I was very overwhelmed. I was like, this is too much work I started at the beginning of this year and I was still 14 then. I told my mom, this is way too much work. I can't deal with this at such a young age. But I think it has taught me perseverance and how to deal with my time management. And how one of the main thing it taught me is that you have to you have to do what you want to do yourself. If you want to become a model, you have to do it yourself. As much motivation you can get online, as much motivation you can give yourself, discipline is the number one and most important thing. So it has taught me discipline. It has taught me how to be a goal-driven young person, and it has taught me how to deal with pressure. And I'm not sure if I mentioned I want to be a doctor when I'm older. So learning how to deal with pressure as
You want to do
learning how to
everything.
learning how to deal with pressure as a doctor is a very major thing. So I think that is kind of preparing me for that.
Guys, this girl is everything. She's coming for everything. She's coming academia, entertainment industry, business, sports. She's coming for everyone. Be wary. Man, I'm really, really excited. I love your drive. I love your ambition, man. And like I said, it's purpose driven. So let's go into we'll go later we have to explain this doctor thing, but I want to go into the modeling thing. You want to become the next Miss Universe now. Okay? Like, what's happening there? Modeling, why modeling? How did that all start?
To be honest with you, I do want to become the next Miss Universe, maybe 5 years down the line. But I started modeling at the age of 9 years old at Just Models here in East London. And at the time, it was just advertising clothes for like Soda Block, Edgar's, but not on TV, but runway. So I've been more focused on runway at the age of 9. Then towards 10 years old, I started getting into pageantry and I entered my first competition. And unfortunately, I did not win. But I think that competition is the competition that molded me into the person I was today, because I was devastated when I didn't win. It was my first competition. I asked my mom, what did I do wrong? I cried from Johannesburg to East London on the flights. People were just looking at me, who is this girl? But that's when I realized a person who's fell before is so much stronger than a person who's never fell. And that has molded me and groomed me and gave me the perseverance and strength into the person I am today. So I entered multiple pageants after that, which I have won. And now I am here today as the current Miss Teenager South Africa top 10 and the Miss Schools Eastern Cape finalist 2021.
Sure. Hi guys, this one is too much. Top 10 everywhere, and we hope, man, you win. We rooting for you from under construction. We are behind you. If you need any help, just hit me up. We will help you. And I just wanted to know with the modeling, why are you modeling? Why did you get what What are you? Because I've noticed you're a purpose-driven person. Why do you want to become Miss Universe? Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to pursue this modeling thing?
You know, with modeling specifically, why I started modeling is because my mom wanted me to do modeling. But why I am still doing modeling is because when you are entering pageants, you are asked to do charity projects, reach out to your community, do campaigns that will help your community. So I fell in love with that more than the actual glitz and glamour. I fell in love with helping people. I fell in love with knowing what life is like outside of my shoes. And that's when I actually realized there's a completely different side to South Africa that we as the youth are hidden from, that the South Africa we all know, that we all see, is not the South Africa someone from who lives 5 kilometers down the road sees. So I think more than anything, I am still doing pageantry, and I love pageantry because of the charity work we are doing because of the competitions we enter.
Wow, it's really amazing, guys. She's only 15. She's purpose-driven. She's coming for everything. Everything, I tell you. So watch out. The next big thing. She's not coming for Eastern Cape or just South Africa. You know, Miss Universe is on another level. So she's coming for the world. And I'm really, really excited. I'm rooting for her. And I can't wait to see what becomes of her. I wanted to ask you a question. What has been the greatest lesson that you've learned from being at 15, doing everything, like from activism, modeling? We haven't even got into the netball thing. Netball. What else do you do, Gunji? Producing. Like, what has been your greatest lesson from everything thus far?
I think my greatest lesson has to be slow down, and it's okay, because I've genuinely been a person who's put pressure because of everything that I do. I put pressure on myself. You shouldn't be at this, like I tell myself, you shouldn't be at this level right now. Like you should be higher up. You should be doing this and this. You shouldn't do this. Like I put so much pressure on myself. And sometimes I just have to remind myself, hey, you're still 15 years old. You're still quite young. You have a long road ahead of you. So the biggest lesson I have learned is that calm down, slow down. There's still time. Like do what you're doing, but like it's slow down. Yeah, I think that's the biggest lesson.
Yeah, I think we can learn a lot from you, because a lot of us, because of the pressures of social media and what we see, what we perceive others to be doing, we sort of pressure ourselves or pit ourselves against what others are doing, and which puts so much pressure. And after the pressure, that's where the anxiety comes in. That's why people are depressed and end up killing themselves, or end up in, selling their bodies, and doing all sorts of weird stuff. It's because of the pressure of society and us, not being patient enough to know that success is a process, it's a journey. And definitely you never arrive. As long as you are alive, there's so much more to achieve. Purpose, I'm one who believes that purpose fulfilled, that's success. And it means as long as one is alive, there's so much one can still do. And man, I'm really, really inspired by your story. So what is the best piece of advice you have received? And to your peers, secondly, as a follow-up question, what would be your message or your advice to your peers, people who are in high school, or maybe even a bit older, who are in varsity?
The best advice I've received is mind over matter, which basically means that everything you want to do, any encouragement you want, any determination you need, it's all in your mind. Your mind is the powerhouse of your entire body, so you can do anything through your mind. So mind over matter basically means that, hey, you have got this, you just need to believe in it. So that's the best advice I've ever gotten. And my message to the youth, my peers, and anyone who's older is have goals, be ambitious, have dreams. Because as much as we work and we do all of these things, if we don't have an end goal, what are we doing it for? We somewhere along the run, we will lose motivation, believe it or not. So when we know that in 5 years' time, in 3 months' time, I see myself there, I will work towards that goal. I know obstacles are going to come in my way, but because of the goals I have, I know that I will persevere. So have goals, be an ambitious person, be goal driven. You are going to get far.
Have goals, be an ambitious person, be goal driven. You heard the lady, have goals at the end of the day. That's all that matters. There's this thing I always ask young people who are in their teens or who are born in this era we call AMA 2000. I've asked people who have come on this platform before. You guys are titled as reckless, as you're party animals, you don't care about life. How do you feel about that? And is that true? Do you feel that is that true that you guys are reckless?
I won't lie to you, our generation is quite reckless. We are definitely not like the generation from like 1976. But what I will tell you is that we are much smarter, much more talented, and we have way more opportunities than that were given in that generation. The only difference with our generation is that we don't take the opportunities given to us. We neglect everything because everything has been given to us from the day we were born. We think everything will continue being given to us even when we're adults. So yes, I do think that is true, but we have a very smart generation. Sometimes we just need a little push.
Wow, yeah, you guys are very smart. You heard it from her. It's not me. She says, I'm a 2000 are smart. So all those people who are saying they're reckless and stuff like this, yes, it's there, but they're very smart. So yeah, must stop saying they're reckless. They are smart, these people. So
we work
anyway,
smart, not hard.
Oh, that's what you guys call it. But I think the internet is helping you guys. I think what has made things easier, like you can be, I always tell my friends that when I was in high school, right, there was no Forex. These kids are in high school and they're on Forex. All we thought of school, varsity, school, after school, you're going to buy. But with you guys, you can be YouTubers, you can be on Forex, like you can talk to someone on the other side of the world. I'm like,
exactly. Our
I wish I was
generation is
born in
quite
this
smart.
generation. Huh?
Because I'm pretty sure your generation had not exactly these type of things we had, but you guys had stuff, but you just didn't. I don't even know how to explain it, but because our generation is greedy, they want everything, so they go for it.
It's true.
Yes.
I guys want everything. I think I've heard Uncle Vinny, one of the most influential young people in South Africa. He also said, I'm coming for everything, everything. These old people must know. I'm like, what the heck? And there's another one who Leroy now. Leroy says the same thing. We are coming for you. We are coming for all the checks. We are great and stuff like that. And
we definitely are.
I get that. I was about to say I get the same sense from you because it's fascinating because I watch them when they're around around older people, and the confidence and them knowing who they are. They're not placing like they're like, no, we are here and we mean business and we know what we're about. And I think, man, I'm here for that, man. I'm all about that. I love that for you guys, as they would say, man. So we're getting into this exciting part that I love of under construction. This is the most exciting, fun part of under construction. If you were to describe your life right now, where it's at with a song, what song would it be? And please sing the chorus for us.
Oh, I'm not a singer. I'm not a singer, but I will definitely try.
Yeah, try, please.
I think the climb by I'm not sure about the artist, but the title of the song is known as The Climb. I'm not sure about the lyrics either, but the song is basically about the journey of life and how everything in life you have to take it by small steps at a time, and obstacles will come, you just need to overcome them. So that's basically what the song is about.
Okay, but hey, you must sing, You must sing. You can't come on the platform and just describe, sing.
Well, I'm not sure of the lyrics and I'm not really a singer, so that's going to be a problem.
I'm okay, just give us another song. Yeah, you must just sing today. Something must give.
Let me think of a song.
Your favorite song, baby, like one of your all-time favorites.
Oh, so one of my favorite songs is 2002. It's a song my best friend and I since primary school have loved forever. So it's what's it called? So the song is about 2002 and about friendship. And the one song is Scars Too Beautiful. So it goes like, she just wants to be beautiful, she goes unnoticed, she knows no limit, she prays attention, she praises an image, she prays to be sculpted by the sculptor. Oh, she don't see.
You see, you can do it. You see, so everyone on Under Construction becomes a singer. We are all singers here. So, but man, before we go, what can we expect from you in the future?
What you can expect from me in the
future
future is I will definitely have upcoming competitions. I will definitely be doing what I am currently doing and just adding more and more and more. Just be on the lookout on my pages and you will see a very Uncle Vinny, the next most influential youngster of South Africa and the youngest. I'll definitely be up there. So keep a lookout for that. And I'll make sure I don't forget everyone because I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be where I'm going to be if it weren't, for instance, this day specifically. So I'm believing everything, manifesting it, and talking it into action and reality. So, yes.
Wow, Indy, thank you very much for coming on and sharing your story with us. It's inspirational. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 15-year-old girl from East London who says, I'm coming for everything. She's a jack of all trades. I call her Superwoman, as Chris Brown says. So she's a superwoman. And from us at Under Construction JC, before I say bye, you see in the description, you will find everything that has to do with her in terms of if you want to follow her, if you want to follow what she does and everything. Like our handles will be down below in the description. So just click on those links and you'll be able to follow both Under Construction and her. So anyway, click on that subscription button, share it with everyone. From Under Construction SA and me, Thuso Motsomane, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.